we are waiting. Let's meet the two teams.
On target draw, representing Turkey, Yunus Arslan, Yusuf Alimar, and Eren Koca. On target 2, representing Italy, Fabrizio Alessi, Lorenzo Gubini, and Francesco Certa. And your rider for this match is Eleni Lendi.
So there we have it. Turkey, the #1 seeds after the ranking round, line up with Yunus Arslan, who's 17 years old, Youssef Eilmaz and Eren Koca. Italy have Fabrizio Aloisi, Lorenzo Gubini and Francesco Certa in their line. Two strong teams full of a lot of experience, certainly at youth level. Lucy, is there a favourite here?
I'm really struggling to call this one because you have such strong teams. You had Koca from Turkey. He seeded #1. He got the bronze mixed team against Spain yesterday, and he's in the gold medal match tomorrow. Obviously, Arslan from Turkey. He is in the bronze.
Well, it's going to be that Turkish team that get the match underway.
And that's going to be great for him because, you know, well, both teams will be facing each other in the bronze medal match in the individuals as well. So it's all to play for today. And this is Koca. It's going into the individual gold tomorrow. And that's why. Of course, you'll recognise this guy from yesterday. He was in the gold mixed team against Croatia. Unfortunately, they had a miss yesterday as well, his teammate. So they got the silver yesterday in the mixed team.
Yeah, Gabini starts them off with a 9 here. Stares at shooting in the second position for Italy. That looked a little...
That was intense.
Yeah, there was a little bit of movement in that one at the end.
We'll just call it the Italian flair.
Well, winner of Barnet of the Week, Aloisi.
Of course,
also in the 9s.
He's in the bronze medal match against Arslan from Turkey tomorrow. Turkey to shoot their next 3 arrows. So much time on the clock for these archers. They've left their teammate plenty of time here to get a 10.
Marked as a 9 for a measure, but you're convinced that was a 10. And what a cracking start that is. 57 or 58, either way. Solid from them. Remember, just teenagers competing out there. And look at the wind now starting to buffet them.
Interestingly, Aloisi is, he shot his 3rd arrow and now the 4th arrow.
Yeah, so as long as they all shoot 2 arrows, the rotation they can play around with, can't they?
Completely. Yeah, it depends, you know, I think on nerves as well. If you put your sort of mentally strongest person last. So maybe he's the least experienced, I guess. They put him in the middle. And as long as there's 3 arrows per target face, it doesn't matter what order you shoot at or what face you shoot at.
Well, Gabini here with just under 10 seconds to go. Manages to produce a 9, so a full set of 9s for Italy for a 54. But what an impressive start from Turkey. We await that final arrow, and in fact the second arrow for a measure. We could see that score go up. As I said, Lucy, all teenagers out there, 16-year-olds, a trio there of Italians, all 16, two 17-year-olds, and we don't actually know how old Elmaz is, but he is a teenager, that's for sure. When you look at this Turkish team, it's hard to think, well, these guys are teenagers. When they shoot, they look so calm and so composed, and the score speaks for itself.
They really have been such a strong team this week. The team from Turkey seeded number 1. Obviously, the team from Italy seeded 6, so they didn't do as well in qualification. Obviously here, there's quite a lot of pressure. You've got the crowd, you've got the bleachers, the coaches shouting at you. You're right, they're just teenagers at the end of the day, but they're so calm and collected.
Yeah, and let's not underestimate the fact that there's a bunch of TV cameras pointing at them as well, which it may well be the first time they've experienced that.
Of course.
Well, good news. If you are fans of Turkey, they had their arrows marked up. Gone from a 57 to a 59. A solid start from them. I think the second arrow was marked from an 8 to a 9, and the last arrow marked up from a 9 to a 10.
Do you think they'll be happy with that, though, seeing as the girls got a 59 to start?
I think they'll be happy with their lead, that's for sure. Italy trailing now. The 16-year-old trio will have to fight back straight away. A 5-point lead is not insurmountable, and that's what they face right now. Italy to shoot first in the second end.
That's going to be a great start. Takes the pressure off of his teammates. Gives them something to aim for in the middle of the target face. And they found the middle. Perfect start from the team from Italy there. Oh, it's been marked as a 9. So they'll get their coach or their teammate to check on that arrow.
Meanwhile, we switch over to Turkey and Aslan. Also marked for a measure, very close. And you said yesterday, Lucy, just touches the line. That's enough for the arrow to get marked up.
Completely, and you're reliant on your teammates to be vigilant at the target faces and make sure they get the judges to check every single arrow, make sure they're touching the line.
Judge for this one on the line is Eleni Leonidou.
He won't be happy with that one. He's been so strong all week, has Kaja. So, yeah, he looks a bit disappointed with that.
Look at that wind buffeting him. It's really having to hold on here, Aloisi.
He's taking up time from the other archers, though. With 3 arrows to go, he's running the time down.
Got a 9 out of it, though. It is a fine balance, isn't it? How long do you hold on for when you're waiting for the wind?
There's now only 20 seconds for the last 2 shots, so it's difficult. But that's the fun of the team round.
Stirs it up on the line, gets it off quickly, but look at that, and that is the danger when you haven't got much time.
10 seconds now on the clock, and he's struggling to pull back 5. Oh, and he missed.
That is the problem when you have to take too much time, when the wind is blowing. They just haven't handled that one well. Aloisi, the one shooting the 4th arrow, taking up too much time, and a miss for Italy when they had clawed back 3 points is an opportunity for Turkey.
Well, this isn't the first match we've seen a miss. It's as you said, they're teenagers. This could be the first time they've done this. TV cameras in their face just puts the pressure, just a little bit of extra pressure. It slows up your shots, and then obviously your teammates are struggling with their shots, so it all kind of trickles on to each other.
Well, Turkey had shipped 3 points in the first half of this second end, and now, well, they have a chance to grab 10 points, and they have indeed grabbed those 10 points. Well, an interesting end there, and well, it all came down to the wind on that fourth shot for Italy.
Oh, you could see him being buffeted around there. Yeah, it's so hard, you know. Even if that was a 10, they'd still be behind on points now by 4. So they've just got to do the best they can now. They've got a silver medal at the end of the day.
Well,
this
look, we're going to take a look at this now, and that was Sturza with the penultimate shot, getting it away for a 7, but then up steps Gabini, and he just really had no time at all, and look at it, it ends up in between the targets. All down to the wind and how they handled it, and well, between them, they're going to have to clock this one because, look, it's not calming down at all, and in fact, we're starting to see a few grey clouds coming over. So the wind's still blowing out there in Italy. Really struggled with it. But Turkey, they like I say, they shipped 3 points in the first half of that second end, and then they ran away with taking a 10-point advantage. I mean, it's incredible.
I wonder if they practice these high situation competitions all the time at home, because they just seem so calm in these high pressure matches.
They trail by 15 points, so this halfway stage they will shoot first again in the third end.
Lots of support for Turkey in the crowd. Italy looking, well, a little dampened by their experience so far. Halfway through this under-18 compound men's team gold medal match, and it will be the Italians to shoot first. And up steps Gabini. Well, both teams getting marked up by a single point in the previous end, so the gap remains 15 points at the start of the end at least.
That was Italian flair. I'm calling it Italian flair. That's the second time he's done a shot like that.
It's unusual, that's for sure.
Obviously, this guy, we're gonna see him tomorrow in the bronze medal match against Aslan from Turkey. Obviously, he's shooting now.
Yilmaz not looking happy with that, but it's gone into the 10.
Their highest seeded archer shooting now. It's a little bit slow on that shot for him. Yeah, checking back with the coach to see what's happening. But they've got so much room in this match. They really are quite ahead.
Unfortunately for Aloisi, he's got the wind to contend with again. Perhaps the unluckiest of the group, but managing a 10 to follow up his first 10. Looking very serious in the background there.
And he is. I think he's just analysing the orangery from afar. It's almost like the crowd can't take it. Oh, what a perfect finish from the Italian team there. It's going to give them some confidence.
Well, the Italian fans still shouting for them to be strong.
Well, with 8 arrows to go, the team from Turkey is definitely on for the win. The Italian coach is looking a bit despondent in the bleachers there.
Kerja finishing things off with a 10. Anything you can do, Italy, we can do too. A 58 for Turkey and a 173 means that they are in a very solid position here going into the final end. When you're in this situation, I'm not suggesting that you were ever in this situation, but if you get yourself in this situation where you are so far behind, you're looking for big mistakes from the other team. What goes through your mind if you're sitting in the Italian camp? If you were the coach, what would you be saying to those athletes?
So I think, and I can't remember, it's been quite a while, but I do think this has happened in the past, and you just know you're on for a silver medal. You kind of want your team to be cheering now because you just want to have fun with it. You want to enjoy the experience, get used to being in front of the cameras, get used to the high pressure. And yeah, if the crowd were a bit more lively, then it wouldn't feel so bad. But at the moment, it seems quite somber. It's almost like they finished before they've even finished. But you know, we've seen in matches before that on the last arrow, someone might get a miss. So you never know.
Yeah, conversely, on the other side of the shooting line, Turkey being very professional. They're not assuming the win is there. They're still shooting very high scores of 58 in that last end, for example, and they're looking professional. You can see a little bit of Erilmaz just perhaps looking ahead to being standing on top of the podium, but the three of them, when they're on the shooting line, very solid.
Into our final end, and it will be Italy again.
So a 156 plays a 173. We haven't actually had that fully confirmed, but that's what we had marked down. We go into the fourth and final end, and it will be Italy to shoot again. And it's that man, Gabini, up to the shooting line, and there is the cheer from the Italian fans, getting right behind the team.
Really would want a 10 from Italy there, just to put the pressure on Turkey. Both teams have, you know, individual and team medalists. Oh. He still has an arrow to shoot, so he does need to refocus there.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Gabini and Sterza are just trying to get their arrows out as quickly as possible to give Aloisi as much time as possible.
I think you could be correct. Aloisi seems to be taking quite a lot of time with the wind. He's not even... There we go. Seemed like he wasn't trying to activate it as quickly there. Of course, we'll see him tomorrow. Hoping he'll be shooting a bit faster against this guy here, Aslan.
Individual matches coming tomorrow. Today is all about the team competition.
Could be 10.
unusual.
Although it's quite windy down there, the sun has just begun to shine, so the team from Turkey there wearing their full jackets and trousers. I wonder if they're going to getting a bit hot.
Well, that's how changeable it is. The flag's barely moving now.
And the sunshine coming back out, so that's going to affect what you see through the peep and see on the scope. 9 seconds to go. It's the last shot from Italy, and he's got a 10. That's a really nice finish.
So a 2:09 set from the Italians. And,
Turkey with a 9 to win.
yeah. Potential target of 2:30 for Turkey, and that.
Would you shoot your last 2 arrows?
Well, they have to, so it doesn't matter what I would do. They have to shoot them, but they have already won, as you can see. So now it's about score, isn't it? They want to get the biggest score they possibly can here. That's what goes on their record, a 2:32 for Turkey against Great Britain in the semi-finals. Not going to be quite that.
Both males and females all shooting at 50 meters here. So there's no difference between what the boys are shooting at and the girls.
They finish with a 2:30. Turkey taking the gold medal in the compound under-18 men's team competition here at the European Youth Championships. A solid performance from the trio from Turkey. Italy, well, they had a miss in the second, and really that's what did them. They lost out in the end by 21 points, but a miss didn't help their cause. Handshakes all around. Italy with silver, the champions of Europe in 2022 are Turkey. Well, there we have it. Confirmation that Turkey have taken the compound men's under-18 team gold medal at this year's European Youth Championships. That's a double gold start for Turkey, with the women also claiming a gold medal. So we will have the Turkish national anthem played twice in a row here in Lillehammer.